Another day, another 30 minutes. I am not on my... There we go. Voila. Baruuk Prime. Significantly more excited to play this one than I ever was. Banshee. But, yeah, no Archon charts, so we can immediately look into the build. This one's a little wacky because I have 3 augment odds on. If you don't like that, too bad. But yeah, main thing is for using Elude in tandem with Warcry and Serene Storm. Obviously, you know, strength and more melee damage because it's melee. Oh, it's for it. Karn on Boar with Refined Bane, Ready Retaliation, and Critical Parallel. Pretty good. Go here, pretty standard. Crux is really good on shotguns. I love using primary Crux. Especially, shotguns have like low ammo. Like, it's pretty good. And then you got my Boar Riven, pretty good. Again. Now, is it a little bit redundant to have both of these on? Yeah, because it's just diminishing returns. Do I care? No. Ballistica, probably not going to get very much use out of it. What are you doing here? Plus zoom. Why? What kind of Neanderthal brained... Who was the Neanderthal that put that mod on here? Whew. Oh. I don't have that written for that. Oh, that's too bad. Because I ain't using it. I guess... we can put that. Usually I don't do that, but there's literally no reason for me to put zoom on there. I think it was actually for a Riven challenge, but I don't know why. And the Sharada. Heavy attack. That's my, you know, I'm not gonna change it. Well, there's no reason for me not to change it, okay? I don't know if I'm actually gonna be using or fighting this Grineer. No, I'm gonna be going to Venus. Go to here. Oh. There's this. Man, afflictions because, you know, you push enemies around. Gets even more status. Condition overload, more damage. Also works with his augment. Pretty good. I'm just gonna be using Vazarin from now on. Honestly, there's not really a reason for me to keep changing, especially since my mods on it don't change. Gives me an extra layer of survivability, but I'm still show it off anyway. Canes. My Saint Skizinator. Lamar's Certus Pad. You got Hephaestus. You got the Claws. And then for some reason, if I use my heavy, I might use him already with that. That's the Riven. And that is that. Now we proceed to Venus because you unlock Baruuk on Venus as well as 5 other frames. Let's see. I just did a defense. I don't want to do another defense. That's a defense as well. Am I? No, it's up here, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the Smite Grineer mod definitely ain't helping nobody, but hey, it's not worrisome. I'm not too worried about it. I don't know if Elude works with melee attacks, I just realized. We're gonna find out the hard way. Should probably be using these as well. Whoa, wow. Toxic Crux. Nobody likes those. Probably definitely would help to have preparation on them. That were one or two yellow shards. I just don't have any shards at the moment to spare. Oh yeah, this is a beam weapon. Yeah, boy. The board is really good. As you can tell, weapons can really make a significant difference. Because, like, I mean, then again, this hands on the loot are like two survivability methods, but ease of the mission, like keeping my life support up, is super easy because my weapons are able to kill a lot. I mean, I literally just have to hold RT and it chains to various enemies. This kills him. This boar is good. And of course, this is my thing here. My war cry. I remember the time whenever these projections, even though they do damage, they didn't actually contribute to your combo count, so it was actually really hard to get combo count up on Baruuk. Even though it's not necessary, because this ability is just so strong that you don't need to have combo count. Just people, min-maxers. And it was a good point, like there's no reason for it not to have contributed. Dude, I'm sure that, oh god, I just realized how many particles that are going to be. Which means that, like, the quality of the video while I'm using this is going to be absolutely atrocious. I didn't even think about that. But you know what? Let me do that. That doesn't help in the slightest, that does it? Still, a great deal. Hold on, let me try again. Nope, that's not it. Options. Video. There's not really. Okay. Oh, disable GPU quality particles. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, that's better. That's definitely better. Of course, it's still gonna be low because it's a Twitch VOD that I'm uploading to YouTube. Red and 14 versus blue 06. Yeah. I remember my own channel name, I swear. Let's go. Oh, wow, okay. Baruuk is fun. I am tired today. Not really a reason for me to be. I mean, I was up for work way earlier this morning, but I've just been resting. I'm also very sore, but hey, I do what I gotta do. Not using my weapons as much as because, you know, now I have my energy up. Using Serene Storm. Already shown that. And the Ballistica ain't bad. Since it's like also spawning these little spectral whatchamacallits. Should disable you. That's my Serrata here. Look at that. Not bad. This Baruuk, after all, survivability, pretty decent on it. This thing is actually a lot better than I didn't even think about the punch through. It's like, oh man, you gotta charge it up and whatnot, but punch through kind of saves it. Well, then again, infested enemies on Steel Path group up crazy style, so it's a lot easier. Where you at? Oh, there you are. So you against my board. Not very well, looks like. I think Mania can, like, make you float. Like, kind of like how heavy attacks can, or like scythe attacks. He can do some crazy stuff for some reason. Anyway, doesn't matter. If one by chance wonders how I'm triggering like an explosion with the glaive, when you throw it by holding B, at least in controller, but now I think I've changed it though. You'll throw the glaive, and then whenever you heavy attack with the glaive as it's out in the air, it'll do an explosion, which does the exact same thing. It does heavy attack damage, but like it's the little explosion. Why people like Glaive Prime so much, as well as the oh man, there's a glaive that you get from story quests that I forget. That one is good as well because it doesn't have a combo duration, so so you can like perpetually have 12 times. Of course, if you do the heavy attack and use combo meter without any efficiency, it will just suck up the whole 12 times. But if you have an efficiency build, or just have efficiency in general, heavy attack efficiency, you can blow it up, have 12 times attack damage, and be left at like 4 times, 8 times, 9 times. And it's hot, sweaty mom spaghetti right now in my place. Use Baruuk Prime. He's pretty fun. So this build would be even crazier if I had like a Colvero setup where I have like 5 of the purple shards. Okay, I missed my heavy attack. Miss it again. Jeez. Actually swap over hold that. Ouch. It is easier to maintain life support in these dark sector missions because of the resource drop chance. I think that those life support modules are impacted by that, so it drops more often, making it a lot easier. And of course, I mean, it's infested, and they already had pretty high density on regular missions, let alone Steel Path. So, but I still think this build is a good analog. Every video so far that I've done should give you a good analog on just like the general feel of warfare, kind of to an extent, depending on how different the build is comparative to like their normal way of playing. This build for Baruuk should be a pretty good analog, even though I do have some school off of him. I mean, how often do people use lull to put enemies to sleep? Plus, look at that. That's lull right there. Whenever you slide attack. Oh, that's good. I think. I don't know, it definitely makes them float though. I could have sworn that was lull. Maybe it doesn't do the lull effect because I have it subsumed off. Because I could have sworn slide attacking did lull. Did lull. Should still be a pretty good analog. If you hopped into a mission. Ooh, that was clutch right there, but let me do this just in case. Do some healing. Should still be a pretty good analog. Like the Valkyrie build, for example, even though I have Nourish replacing her Rip Line. Even though her Rip Line is actually a little bit better now, where you can actually group enemies together and whatnot, which is actually a pretty fun ability. Generally, people are going to be using Valkyrie for Hysteria, which is pretty much what I only use for that build. And like my Anar's build as well. Like, that's just Anar's, right? Of course, I have significantly more investment into him than they have personally. But like, I mean, that's kind of his playstyle. He just face tank stuff. That's how he's always been. Even before Archon Charge, even before Adaptation was a mod, or Rolling Guard was a mod. you just face tank everything. You just use something that heals. Either you'd use the... Oh man, there's a mod that you heal per status inflict. And as well as, you know, or you use the Hirado instead to heal. Like, enemies in any Star Chart mission at that point in time, whenever it was just regular Naros, at that point in time of the game, couldn't do that much damage to me. And as the game progressed, the more investment put into Naros became harder to kill. Though, this must have been 3 or 4 years ago, I think, which is crazy to think about how long it's been. I did a little bit of an endurance mission for about 2 hours. This was before Archon shards were a thing. And this was before his rework as well. This is useless to have anyway, because he's going to disable my abilities. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? What are you not doing? Hey, Beth. Yeah, he's dead. Go. Easy as pie. I was in an endurance mission. So I was in a survival for about 2 hours. Steel Path. And that was the absolute peak of like how far my Naros could go without getting completely obliterated. The enemies were like level 230, I think, between 230 and 250, and those crewmen with the shotguns were devastating. Each one of their pellets could one-shot me, let alone hitting multiple pellets at a time. But it goes to show, like, just like Naros just being good for tanking in general. Like, how often is somebody gonna stay 2 whole hours in a mission or longer? I mean, now I can definitely do that again without dying at all. Like, Persistence and Arcane Persistance and Arcane Grace are just way too good on Naros to pass up, considering of how much health he has. I mean, I have over 10,000 health. I can only take 500 health damage per second, every second. They can't do enough damage to me to kill me without healing at some point, because my Grace, even though it's only like a 9% chance to trigger per hit, with that much health, like mathematically, it ends up being like guaranteed that it'll proc eventually after X number of hits. And you just regen for it full. You can also use Sandstorm as well, because that heals per enemy that you have encased in it. Like, it's pretty crazy. And it says, you know, oh, nullifying effects will get rid of resistance. Only direct nullifying effects. Like unnullifier bubble, like, or one of the super bosses things, because whenever you have that magnetic status effect kind of show up on your face, and hold on, let me rephrase this here. Whenever you see those little stop sign marks, whatever you want, I can't think of it right now. Little, you know, circle with a line through it. That is the kind of nullifying that the Arcane is talking about whenever it says it's disabled with nullifying effects. So if you're in a nullifier bubble, it's going to disable persistence, which is an issue because it immediately comes back up whenever you're out of something like there's a buffer. And then, as like a super boss as well, whenever they do something that nullifies your abilities and like, you know, disables their use further, it's talking about that. I think, that's mostly conjecture. I know for sure nullifiers for sure disable persistence. I did fight a raid boss, Yanis, on my Inaros, and he didn't disable my persistence at all. Like, I was able to just careen through with like almost a 0 difficulty, which is why I have the little Yanis key on my ship, little proof. But yeah, Naros Glaze. I'm doing more in Naros Glaze playing as Baruuk than I did actually playing in Naros. I just realized as well, I don't know for sure, but maybe the Demolishers also disable persistence. That's the thing though, he's already so tanky with the build I have going on him, that I couldn't even tell whether or not persistence was active or not. I know it is whenever I'm not getting qualified, right? Like, regardless. But like, he's so already just immensely tanky that it almost doesn't matter whether or not I know persistence is on or not, unless I'm, you know, doing crazy endurance, which I intend on doing at some point in the future. If I do, I'll probably end up streaming posting and whatnot, because I don't think I've actually gone longer than 2 hours in this mission. Let's see, Memphis. So if I end up going longer, 3-4 hours or so, or longer, we'll see. I just don't really have anybody to play with. I mean, clearly I'm on solo when I'm doing this, right? All my homies, they don't play. We all play other games, but they just don't want to play this game. They tried it, they didn't like it, it hurts my feelings, but hey, what can you do? Some things just don't resonate. Which I think it definitely would with them if they gave it a try. They just vehemently refuse. What I'm not gonna do, go to their doorstep, start begging them to play, 1,500 miles away from them. Alas, I will make do with either soloing missions or playing with randomers. I did actually used to have somebody that I played with pretty regularly back in the day, but he doesn't really play Warframe anymore. Ever since he got a PC, he pretty much stopped playing Warframe. Once in a blue moon, he'll like invite me to a party and we might play a little bit, but it doesn't seem like he vibes with the game anymore. On a separate note, Venus is going to definitely be a recurring planet here, because as I said, there are 6 warframes that you get from Venus. You get Baruuk and Hildren, Garuda, Yoreli. Yoreli is technically from a quest, but that's how you get her, is a quest on Venus. What was that, 4? There's Rhino because he's the boss. Oh, there's another one, I know there is. Hildren, Ureli, Garuda, Rhino. Where am I? What? There might only be 5. No, there's 6. I counted before. It's gonna happen a lot. Venus is gonna happen a lot. Because I was like, maybe I'll run bounties on Garuda, because that's how you get Garuda, is Fortuna bounties. And I was like, yeah, nah. I probably would actually, if, again, there was somebody I was running it with, but I don't like running bounties. Oh, Nako. Oh my god, I just completely almost forgot. I did forget about it just now. Yeah, Nako is the 6th one. So, Hildren, Baruuk, Ureli, Nako, Garuda, Rhino. All on Venus. If you only played Venus, you'd be able to get 6 different moves. Kind of. There could be prerequisites for the Wave Strider quest, I'm not sure. And also there could be prerequisites for that. I think Nako, the beatboxing over the year, holy. I think the Ballistica Underlight area is supposed to be like a beginner area. First off, somebody's trying to text me and I don't know why. It's because they wanna borrow money. They wanna borrow money. Hold on. Actually, yeah. This. Do this. Up on the final stretch here. Pretty good build, if I do say so myself. Or it's just a fun frame. Again, I got actually his Prime Access, hence I haven't signed on it. He released with like Cobra, yeah, Cobra and Kane Prime, right? Yeah, right? Yes. Yeah, because that's like the bulbous head on the other one. I haven't used that thing since I upgraded or leveled it up. It's funny how it is his signature weapon, but it's funny how his signature weapon is a melee weapon and he's a melee focused frame. It's like you're not gonna be able to use that. He has a melee. Similar with Mesa Prime, she released with a melee, the Redeemer Prime, which was an interesting choice, and I distinctly remember thinking this at the time whenever she first released, was like, but her passive is only active whenever she doesn't have a melee, at least I think. I don't know if they've changed it, because I haven't read it, but back in the day, it used to be like, when you don't have a melee equipped. Oh no, there's 2 things. You got the ones that apply to either single pistols or dual wield pistols, and then you get like bonus health if you don't have a melee equipped. Which, like, even though the bonus health isn't exactly worth anything, it's just interesting how like you don't get a portion of the passive regardless of how, you know, inconsequential it is, because you're using one of the weapons that she came out with. It's like, did that make sense? I don't think so. angst. Hello? What's that? Oh, I missed. Okay, this is the final countdown here. I might as well start heading towards that direction now. Not to go super fast, just so I can have it spawn or give me 30 minutes. What was that? Was that disabling? I've never heard that noise before. That's interesting. I didn't know it made a peculiar noise like that when you disable Serene Storm. But yeah, there we go. That's 30 minutes. I am so holy great mother of mackerel. Oh my god. I have an adjustable weight that goes up to 52.5, and I've been lifting that as of late, and I can feel that bad boy. Well, it doesn't help that I also lift heavy stuff for work as well. But oh my god, dude, Jesus, great googly moogly. Enough complaining from me. Next one, Caliban. I don't have Caliban Prime. I'm broke. Don't ignore my plat value up there. I'm broke. I forgot I had the regular brack. Okay. Yeah. Next time I'm using the regular brack. I actually don't have the mastery from this one yet. I just, one of my most used weapons is actually the Kuva brack. I think that was one of my first Kuva weapons in general. Not showing off no builds, but that is 30 minutes. May or may not get Caliban Prime in between now and next time. I'm not sure. Or tomorrow, rather. We will see. But yeah. Game, set, match. Perchance.